Scoring high in the UPSC prelims isn't just about hard work, it's about working smart. You need a solid strategy, consistent practice, and effective time management to do well. So how can you maximize your score? Let's break it down. First, building a strong foundation in the core subjects is crucial. Start with NCERTs. Yes, those textbooks from classes 6 to 12. These books are packed with fundamental concepts that are clear, concise, and a great way to get a solid grip on history, geography, economics, polity, and science. Once you're comfortable with NCERTs, it's time to move on to standard reference books. For polity, pick up Indian Polity by M. Laxmikanth. For economy, Indian Economy by Ramesh Singh is a must. And don't forget about history. Modern History by Bipin Chandra will give you the depth you need. Let's talk about how you can stay updated with current affairs, which is key for cracking the UPSC prelims. First, make it a habit to read a newspaper daily. The Hindu or Indian Express are recommended for UPSC aspirants. Focus on the editorials, international news, government schemes, and important judgments. These sections are a goldmine for current affairs. Also, subscribe to monthly magazines like Yojana, Kurukshetra, and current affairs compilations by institutes like Vision IAS or Insights. These provide a great summary of key events and help you keep track of what's important. For additional updates, use online resources like PIB, Press Information Bureau, and Rajya Sabha TV. They cover government-related news and help you stay informed on national issues. Now let's talk about revision and practice with mock tests. It's essential. Start by practicing MCQs regularly. Solve as many previous year's questions as you can. This will help you get a feel for the pattern and understand the frequently asked topics. But don't stop there. Take full-length mock tests to simulate exam conditions. This will build your speed and accuracy. After each test, make sure to analyze your mistakes and revise those areas thoroughly. Also, keep in mind the negative marking. Focus on accuracy and avoid random guesses, as they can cost you valuable marks. Next up, let's talk about time management, a critical skill for the UPSC prelims. To get better, practice under time constraints. Solve questions within a set time to get comfortable with the pressure. For CSAT, Paper 2, if you find it tricky, focus on comprehension, reasoning, and mathematical questions. Practice these regularly, and you'll improve your confidence in this section. Moving on, you need to focus on high-yield topics. Areas like polity, environment, economy, and science and technology have higher weightage, so prioritize these in your preparation. But be strategic, limit your resources. It's better to revise from a few reliable sources multiple times than overload yourself with books and materials. Now let's talk about balancing your approach for both General Studies Paper 1 and CSAT. Make sure you clear the CSAT cutoff by focusing on comprehension and logical reasoning, especially if you find these sections challenging. For General Studies Paper 1, make sure your preparation is balanced across all subjects so you don't leave any gaps. Regular revision is your best friend. Make concise notes, especially for current affairs and high-frequency topics. Create a revision cycle and stick to it, especially as the exam date approaches. Finally, don't forget to stay mentally and physically fit. A balanced routine with regular breaks, some exercise, and enough sleep will help keep your mind sharp and your body energized. So focus on quality revision, smart study strategies, and a balanced routine. Stay disciplined, and you'll be well on your way to a high score in the UPSC prelims. Let's talk about the trends of questions in the UPSC prelims. Over the years, the type of questions asked, the subjects covered, and the overall focus of the exam have evolved. Understanding these trends is crucial for shaping a smarter and more efficient preparation strategy. So, let's dive into the key trends you need to know. 1. Increasing focus on current affairs. A significant portion of questions now come from current affairs, especially in areas like polity, economy, environment, science and technology, and international relations. While traditional topics like history and geography are still important, questions are now often framed around recent developments or current events. This means you need to stay updated with daily news, government schemes, and global relations to stay ahead. Number 2. Rise of science and technology and environment questions. Another trend is the growing prominence of science and technology, especially topics like space, biotechnology, AI, and renewable energy. Along with this, environmental issues like climate change, biodiversity, and sustainability are also becoming key focus areas. These areas, once considered peripheral, are now core to the exam, and questions often integrate current affairs with scientific and environmental concepts. So, expect more interdisciplinary and application-based questions. Polity and governance dominance. Questions on Indian polity, the constitution, and governance remain a central part of the exam. However, there's a shift towards questions related to government schemes and administrative functioning, often in the context of recent political or judicial events. To ace this, you need to have a strong grasp of both the static concepts from books like Laxmikant and the latest current issues. 4. Geography. More map-based questions. Geography continues to be a major section, but in recent years, there's been an increase in map-based questions. Now, it's not just about knowing the locations of countries or cities, but also understanding physical features, environmental concerns, and disasters. So regular map practice is crucial to ensure you can identify and analyze key geographical features. 5. More interdisciplinary and analytical questions. The trend now is towards questions that test analytical skills, interdisciplinary knowledge, and problem-solving abilities, rather than just recalling facts. Expect questions that require you to analyze a given scenario in light of governance, science and technology, or environmental policies. This means you need to focus on understanding concepts deeply, not just memorizing facts. 6. Declining focus on traditional history, ancient, medieval. Another shift is the decline in focus on ancient and medieval history. Instead, more emphasis is placed on modern history, cultural history, and the freedom struggle. Most of the questions now focus on modern history and Indian culture. So, you can direct your efforts towards studying sources like Bipin Chandra for history and Nitin Singhania for culture. 7. Increased weightage of international relations. International relations has gained more weight in recent years. The focus is not just on static knowledge, but also on dynamic global events, including India's relations with neighboring countries and major world powers. Keep reading about India's foreign policy through the lens of current affairs to stay on top of this trend. 8. Shift towards sustainable development and governance. Sustainability, social justice, and inclusive governance are becoming hot topics. Expect questions on poverty alleviation, healthcare reforms, and education policies, alongside environmental sustainability. Keep an eye on government initiatives and international agreements related to sustainable development. 9. Increased difficulty in CSAT. The CSAT paper has become progressively harder, especially in areas like logical reasoning and quantitative aptitude. It's no longer just a qualifying paper. Serious preparation is required. Make sure to practice reasoning and comprehension regularly to keep up with the increasing difficulty level. 10. Negative marking trend. Finally, UPSC has continued with negative marking for wrong answers, something to be cautious about. Accuracy is now more important than ever. Avoid guessing answers randomly and focus on strengthening your knowledge to improve confidence and accuracy. Summary of key trends. Current affairs are now crucial and should be linked with static knowledge. Science and technology and the environment are increasingly important. Polity and governance remain central to the exam. Expect more analytical and interdisciplinary questions. Geography now includes more map-based questions. Focus on modern history and Indian culture. International relations and global dynamics are now key. The CSAT paper requires a more strategic approach. In conclusion, these trends indicate a shift towards a holistic understanding of subjects rather than rote memorization. The focus is on how current affairs shape policy, governance, and the world at large. So, prepare smartly, stay informed, and you'll be ready to tackle the UPSC prelims with confidence.